we're going to start. It's going to be called the Keys to Aylesbury, and it's going to go out on all of our social media platforms, including YouTube, so you can watch it whenever you like. So the Keys to Aylesbury, that's going to give you updates on Aylesbury as a whole, be that the property market, things that are happening in and around the town, just to keep you informed really, and so we can let you know when new businesses are opening, obviously as we come out of lockdown, as things start to change, how excited we are about being able to get potatoes and coffee again. So today I thought we'd begin with an interview from Declen on how he feels about coming out of lockdown and back into the office. Hi Declen, you alright?
I'm alright, how are you?
Good, yes, good, thank you. So today we're going to do a bit of a sort of informal interview with you, just to see how you feel about getting back, not being working from home anymore, and kind of the ups and downs that we've had with it. So first off, how do you feel about coming back?
Yeah, really good. I'm super excited. I think it's the first time in 2 months that I've woken up far earlier than I needed to wake up. I was kind of up and ready to go this morning.
It's always positive.
Yeah, I'm just super keen to get back, to be honest. We had one day here together. Yep. So, I've kind of spent the last 2 months really just wanting to get back to the office and back to working properly.
Yeah. I mean, what are you most excited about now you're back? What's the one thing you're kind of like, yes, let's do this?
I think it's just being able to physically be a presence. We can go out, we can canvass, we can do viewings, we can do valuations. We can do that all safely in person. We can do it by video call. We can do whatever's needed. It's just nice to be able to see people walking past the office window, see people looking in the office window. All of that really is what I'm most excited for.
Yeah, I mean, as a new business, the prospect of lockdown must have been quite daunting for you.
Yeah. It was, when you look at it from a timing perspective, we'd just taken you on.
Yeah.
We just employed you. We would have had one full day in a new office, and then all of a sudden you can't come to work. You're on lockdown. People don't know how they're going to pay their bills. They don't know if they can go to work, because I don't think we fully knew furlough schemes or anything like that yet. So there was a little, I mean, the reality is, financially, it was not a problem. It was a case of, just by virtue of the type of person I am, the business has contingency funds, that's not the issue. It was more of a not wanting to lose momentum.
Yeah.
It's hard when you've got someone who has just started. We've worked together for a few years, we know each other inside out professionally, so it's not that, but it's when this is my business, this is my baby, then I bring you in, you get 8 hours, and then you're like,
okay,
right, I'm going home now, what do I do? And so I didn't want it to be daunting for you, and yes, you have foresight. Up to a point, we got a laptop in, we got it set up ready for you to use and be on the phones and use the systems, etc. That was fine. But then just keeping contact, making sure you're happy, that you've got things to do. And there's only so much you can do. You're a day into the job. There's only so much I can say, right.
You don't have that backlog of work that you've got to carry on with. It was, your inbox is empty and you've got to go from there.
But that was the perfect opportunity for us to say, okay, right, what do we need to do? And that's where,
I actually feel like it's almost like benefited us actually in the fact that things that we might not have had time to do properly early on, we've actually got ready. 100%. And it's almost like we've been running for a long time together now, because
it's funny.
It's strange, isn't it? Yeah. You feel like you're just ready. We could take anything on now, and it's like, we've got plans for that. We've got a process for that.
Yeah, that I 100%. I'd echo that. Is the positive from this is that we had this 2 month period to really bed in and test between us what works, what doesn't work, and we've got something now that I'm confident, is kind of, not only will it work for normal business, but it'll work if ever the lockdown happens again, which
Yeah.
you can't rule out. You
No.
can't rule out.
No.
But we are ready and prepared for that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's good. Is there anything you'll actually miss from working from home, or are you just too excited about it?
No, I miss, I've seen the wife and kids on the Ring doorbell a couple of times, and it looks sunny out, and I kind of miss seeing them. It's quite nice seeing them during the day for some of the day. So
It's nice to speak to them on the phone as well when I'm at home.
Yeah, it's weird because we kind of built up this little, my kids would come on and say hello to you when we were having conference calls, and I'd say hello to Johnny and your dog, and so there was that little bond, and now it's just kind of you and I in an office again, and we'll be ships in the night as we go out on appointments.
Yeah.
So I miss that. Yeah, definitely.
I think we've taken a lot from this actually.
Yeah.
Obviously lockdown is by far not a good thing, but you've got to take a positive from a bad situation sometimes, and I think we've definitely managed to do that. Which is really good, and it's tested us quite early on.
Yeah. We've come through this first phase, so I always said, we come through this, we can come through anything.
Yeah.
And touch wood, we've hit our first hurdle a day in.
What a better time.
Yeah, what can you do? But everyone's in the same situation.
Yeah.
The only difference now is coming out of this, there's a lot more older people that will be able to do Zoom calls. They know how to use Zoom now.
I know.
And WhatsApp video calling, so if we need to do things online with people, we can do it.
Yeah.
Because coronavirus has trained them well.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's nice to see the town start to come back to life, isn't it?
I am. I've been popping backwards and forwards, getting post. Once a week, at most. And it was strange.
It's quite eerie, wasn't it?
Really eerie, because I've always known, so obviously we're on Temple Street, I've always known it to be fairly busy.
Mm-hmm.
There's cars parked, driving past, etc. People walking past all the time, and it's just not. It's not been like
It's
that.
almost strange to see people again, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's nice. Over the last couple of hours we've been here, 5-6 hours that we've been here, lots of people walking past. I quite like that.
Yeah.
And when I popped into Wenzel's for lunch, I grabbed some lunch, and there's a decent queue for Wenzel's, decent sized queue for the banks.
Yeah.
So hopefully as more and more shops start to reopen.
Be nice to get the high street back, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It'll be nice to see the small businesses and the big businesses, but it's nice to see people start to get back to, even if we have to queue outside, I really don't mind. It's nice weather outside.
Wednesday I won't mind. Get the tan.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see about that. But it's nice to start to see things, and it's a long way off getting back to where it was. But it's nice to start to see people walking about, and it's a funny vibe though. Funny vibe at the minute.
Yeah. But positive in here.
Yeah, always.
Our little positivity hub.
But I think that's just who we are, rightly or wrongly. I think even when we kind of locked the doors on the 23rd, and we were like, right, I'll see you when I see you then. I think even then there was an air of positivity about it. It's just like, whatever is going to happen to us is going to happen to everyone else.
Yeah.
So we may as well just paint on a smile, get on with it, and be ready to come back fighting fit.
Which we've done.
Touch wood.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Declen.
Pleasure.
I think that wraps us up for today.
Good stuff, thank you.
Well, thank you for having me back after my one day. I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming back.
Thank you.